Welcome back to the DSE TV High School Football Preseason Show, and we're here at Muskegon High School with the Big Reds. Big Reds had a nice run last year as they went all the way to the state finals, losing a very close one to Birmingham Brother Rice. We have a few of the Big Reds that are going to be helping them this year to star again, and we'll start off with Desean Thrower, who is the quarterback for the Big Reds this year. And Desean, last year, you played very well in that first game, but you ran into an injury, a stress fracture in your foot, but were able to come back. So tell us about what you have to do to come back on that and what you did in the offseason to be a much stronger player.
I just was in the weight room all the time this season, more than last season. I did a lot of ankle and foot workouts so I could try to stay healthy and stuff. Took more vitamins and drank more milk and did more things to try to stay healthy. And I'm going to try to stay healthy this year.
There you go. Well, you did come back and split some time with Jalen Smith at quarterback, and you came in the championship game through a long touchdown pass. And the Big Reds are going to be counting on the passing game a little bit more with you there.
Yeah, last year I tried to come in and contribute as much as I could, even though I wasn't starting, and back Jalen up as much as I could. This year we're going to throw the ball more. Because we have some receivers that can catch the ball, we have a line that can block, and I can throw the ball. So this year we should be more versatile.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of a line that can block, we have Malik King here. And Malik, tell us about this offensive line. I understand you have some new players coming in, but it's a very important part of the Big Red offense as you need to block for the running backs and also protect your quarterback here.
We have a whole new offensive line. We lost 4 seniors last year. We've just been rebuilding right now, trying to be the best we can be, trying to come back, be that one of the best offensive lines like last year. And it's going to take some time, but we're really coming together, and we're going to be a very good offensive line.
How do you see it compared to last year's? Last year's brought you all the way to the state championship down to Ford Field. How do you see this one shaping up versus last year?
I think the talent-wise is a little bit less, but it's going to rebuild. We have a lot of younger players, sophomores and juniors on the offensive line this year, so I think once they get to their senior year, they're going to be even better than the offensive line last year.
Now on the defense, we have Kenny Finley here. And Kenny, the Big Reds are always known for a very, very tough defense. It's tough to score points on the Big Reds. And last year it was all the same there too. You had people like Ronald Jenkins and Quincy and other people and yourself. Tell us about the defense. How are you going to look this year?
I think the defense is going to look good this year. I mean, we got some guys coming up, a guy that wasn't here, Demetrius Sims, coming up, he's working hard. I mean, the defense, we're going to get after it this year. More on the pass, blocking, getting to the ball. I think we're going to be good this year. I think we're going to be a nasty defense this year.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes the pass defense, they play a lot of one-on-one coverage, but maybe mix in a little bit of zone defense this year.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot of that. I mean, we got some guys who's getting after it this year. I mean, we're hitting, we're grinding, and then that's all we need. So our defense is going to look really good this year.
Mm-hmm. Right out of the gate, you play 2 passing teams. You play Grand Haven and then Grand Rapids Christian, who has Drake Harris, who's probably one of the, if not the #1 wide receiver in the nation. You've got a tough foe to face the first 2 games.
I mean, it's not going to be as hard as you think it is. I mean, we're going to get after it. Always put pressure on the quarterback. And we put pressure on the quarterback, he can't get the ball thrown to him. So that's it. We're just going to get after it. That's all.
And back to you, Desean. What types of things do you see the Big Reds needing to do to be very strong coming out of the gates? They have that strong offense. The Big Reds are known for scoring points at will all the time. What type of things are your top things that you do that is going to really put you up on top?
Just try to lead and be an example for my offense. We have a lot of young guys coming up, and we have some players from last year coming, so I just try to lead. And we're going to be fast, so we're going to just try to play fast and move fast and catch the defense off guard, and we're just going to do what the Big Reds do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Probably one of the toughest things is to sit and being at the championship game. You're almost there, and the other team hoists the trophy. What were the things the team did to do to come together during the offseason and then leading into the preseason here to make sure it don't happen again?
I think the seniors now took that very offensive after losing and watching just our seniors just depressed and losing their last game. So that pushed us in the weight room, going as hard as we can. All our seniors are stronger, we're faster, we're better, and hopefully we get to see Brother Rice again and get the rematch that we deserve and take over.
After the season last year, after I lost in finals, a week later, we was back in the weight room grinding, you know, and we didn't try to take any time off. We wanted to get back at it as soon as we could, you know, so we get back on the field and try to work and take each game and try to get back to the finals like we did last year.
Kenny, Muskegon football, it's nothing but tradition right here, Hackley Stadium. You've got guys like Benny Oosterbaan, Earl Morrow. Many players have gone on and played in the pros. Earl Morrow was a Super Bowl MVP of number 3. What is your thoughts to be able to play football here at Muskegon High School?
I mean, I think it's great. I mean, it's a wonderful opportunity to play football from Muskegon Big Reds. It's nothing like it. I mean, you know, my first time stepping on the field, I mean, I was like, wow. I mean, I'm actually here. And, you know, I'm playing great. You know, the defense, I think we're going to do good. And, you know, playing for Muskegon, it's a wonderful thing.
And once again, you have a big four to start off with your non-conference. You have Lowell in there, Rockford. Those are some tough teams.
Yeah, I mean, all of this is getting after. I mean, just stopping the run. You know, our defense is going to be strong this year. I mean, after what happened to Brother Rice last year, bring our defense, made us stronger, bring us together. You know, like he said, next week we're in the weight room working hard, you know, on the off season and just bring us together. You know, we got to get after it. So.
And Malik, looking at the first 4 games, you've got Grand Haven, Grand Rapids Christian, Rockford, Lowell. You don't want to settle for 2-2. Big Reds want to shoot for it all.
Oh, yeah, of course. We want to go 4-0. Just like last year, people always doubting us, saying that Muskegon can't never do it. We proved them wrong last year, and we're going to prove them wrong this year.
And they count on you as the leader, being the quarterback. What are some of the thoughts that you need to do to pick up your game after missing a lot of last season? What have you done? I know you play basketball. You're very strong in that area. What things have you done for football?
Been in the weight room, tried to get a better relationship with my receivers so we could be on target. I just try to be the coach on the field. You know, the coach is on the sideline. He can't see what I see, so I try to facilitate the ball on the field and just try to be the coach on there.
Desean, another thing that is very important here at Muskegon, they seem to reload every year, and that's at running back. Tell us about the running backs you have coming in this year that you're going to have to count on for the running attack.
We have a couple new running backs. One from Ben Harbor, Javante Thomas. He's a big back, something like Malik King from last year, and he's fast, you know. So we should be trying to see what he can do this year. We have a running back from the JV last year, a scat back, Caleb Washington. He's short, strong, and fast, and he can get in the hole. He can get to the outside. So both of them going to help us a lot.
And to mix it up, you need to count on some good wide receivers and tight ends. Who are some of the people that you're going to be passing that ball to help the Big Reds?
We have some new receivers, too. Justin Foster, he's looking very good right now. Jordan Ware, he's looking good. Javier Kennedy, hip-hop, he's a big receiver that we just throw live to, jump balls and stuff. And Alizé Coleman from the JV and Thomas Carter, he's a good possession receiver, too. And we have a couple tight ends, Kenny Finley, that should be blocking off the edge good, and William Hunt, too.
Well, that'll help. It's a double-edged sword between the passing and rushing game for the Big Reds this year. Be plenty of weapons. And on defense, the Big Reds will be counting on linebackers and defensive backs. Usually linebackers are very, very strong blitzing. Tell us about some of the linebackers that you're counting on this year.
One linebacker I'm counting on, William Hunt. You know, he's a senior. I'm counting on him. You know, he's been there last year. He had some good plays. You know, I think he's going to be a really breakout player this year. And you know, we're just going to get after it. And he's a really good player. So.
Some of your defensive backs and safeties, they're the last one before the other team scores. Who are you counting on there?
Desean Thrower. I mean, he's one of our safeties. He can come down and hit. He can go and cover anywhere. So you know, we're counting on him too. And also Jordan Ware. He's a shutdown corner. You know, he can play man. He can play cover too. He can play off. So really count on them guys. I think they're going to produce this year.
Who's going to be on that line with you, putting that pressure on the quarterback, give him no time to throw it all?
One young guy, Mike Dobson, Demetrius Sims, and David Cherry. Those are the new guys that are coming up. They're going to be with us, you know, wreaking havoc on the quarterback. So,
Malik, I know you're concentrating on the game when you're down here, but the fans are full. The stadium is always full with fans just cheering on the Big Reds. How does that feel when you're coming through? Does that pick you up having a 12th man right there behind your back?
Well, I think our fans really help us more on defense than offense. On the defense, they can really get excited, you know, get pumping the defense, you know, scare the other opposing offense. On offense, you know, you can't have one big bad play or then we have our fans, you know, yelling at us, telling we're not doing them right. Then we run the exact same play and score, and then the fans think that they're the coaches. I think the fans really help out the defense more than the offense, but I think They're a very good strong base, historic. We have very different cultures in the fans. I think that really helps us out a lot.
Well, you have a very tough schedule, and the postseason after that. Is the team ready for it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. The team is very ready for it, especially the seniors. We have a lot of very good seniors this year, and I think they're really going to make some huge plays. D, Kenny, Will, Justin. I think we're going to make some really good plays, and we're going to be one of the best Muskegon Big Red teams to come through here.
Desean?
Yes, we're going to be ready. All we can do is take it week by week and day by day. We have to win the day first, and we have to win the week first before we even win the game. So week preparation, day preparation, that's prepared for the game, and then the regular season should prepare for the postseason.
And the defense?
The defense is going to be ready. Like you said, taking one day at a time, hitting the sled, reading our keys, just knowing our assignments, doing our job, and we're going to get after it.
Mm-hmm. Between the defense shutting them down and the offense scoring, the Big Reds are ready. Well, there you have it. 3 of the Big Reds. This season looks very promising for Muskegon once again. Hopefully another nice run to Ford Field. We're going to take a short break. We're coming right back and have a chance to talk to the head coach, Shane Fairfield.